Hi guys, it's Bud with Bud's Hot Sports Takes. Uh, what we're going to talk about, of course, is we talk about the hottest, topics in sports, right? That's why it's Hot Sports Takes. Right now, of course, hottest thing in sports is going to be the NBA Finals. Anytime there's a final, it's always a hot topic, right? Um, and Game One of the NBA Finals between the Dallas Mavericks and Boston Celtics. If you've been tuning in, you'll remember how I said, everyone is behind the Dallas Mavericks, and it was like a foregone conclusion. They will already win, despite the Boston Celtics being 2-0 against them this year prior to the postseason, and them having the better, well-rounded team. I picked the Celtics to win in six, 4 games to 2, and Game One, it went like I predicted. It was a good game by Luka Doncic with a bit of supporting role by Kyrie Irving, and the Celtics just took over and dominated with pretty much the starting five and the sixth man. It was a 107-89 shellacking. Things to note, PJ Washington did his job helping on the boards, pulling down 8. The Mavericks stole the ball 2 more times than the Celtics. They were just 4 rebounds fewer than the Celtics, and a lot of the rebounds came from their smaller guys. So the Mavericks can box out and play a much improved glass game that'll go a long way in helping them come back and get that second game. Get game two. And tie it up 1-1. Uh, Then, also the Celtics, haven't been much of a passing team, but they out-assisted the Mavericks 23-9 assists, which I'm sure the lack of passing the ball around led to the 9-1 block differential between the Celtics and Mavericks, because the Celtics, they had 9 blocks to the Mavericks 1 block. If you're not passing the ball, it's pretty easy to see, oh, this guy's got the ball. Okay, I'm sure he's going to shoot it. Stay on him and let's block that shot. You know, you can't win when you're giving away more possessions and a lot of them. Then you also let the Celtics knock down 16 3-pointers. Yes, you might be stealing to contest the shots. Um, if you're you might be stealing the ball, but you aren't locking down your man, nor are you trying to contest the shots. Um, if you were, they wouldn't have felt safe shooting 43 42 3-point attempts. That's right. They shot 42 3-pointers. They landed 16 of them, but they shot 42. There's no way a team is going to shoot that many of them if they're feeling uncomfortable. But no, it means you weren't putting your hands up, you weren't getting in their face, you weren't standing on them, you were letting them shoot. Oh wait, okay. We talked about what the Mavericks weren't doing right and what they need to do. Now let's talk about the Celtics and what they weren't doing right and what they need to do. When you win your game by 18 points, it's hard to say, "Hey, you need to do this and failed here." But everything can always be improved. There's no such thing as perfect. Unless you're uh, unless you have nothing but assists and points, you're shooting 100%. Um, you're you're still in the ball nonstop. You have your right. There's no such thing as a perfect game. Just it just doesn't happen. Nobody's having a perfect game, and no team is having a perfect game. There's always room for improvement. Just a matter of looking. So back. So sorry about that little um, rant there. Well, let's get back on topic. Um, the Celtics need to protect the ball more. They almost gave up 10 steals as a team. You were finally passing the ball around, showing movement. But giving up that many steals, what that meant is you weren't passing enough, though. Because when you should have passed the ball, right, you didn't, right? Because that was 8 times where you were holding on to the ball too long, right? Yeah, you let them steal it. You had a guy open somewhere. Someone had to be open somewhere, and someone had to be in a better spot than you were because you got the ball stolen from you, right? So that right there, that's mistakes. So pass the ball even more. You really can't pass the ball too much. Well, I say that, but I guess if you do nothing but pass and you get a shot clock violation because you're never shooting the ball right, I guess then yeah, you can pass the ball too much. But yeah, passing the ball isn't a bad decision. Moving the ball around creates opportunities. So back to this. Then and then you also made 16 3-pointers, but you shot 42 of them. Hitting that many means you got some good looks, but you only converted 38.1% of them. So that's slightly better than 1 out of every 3. But close enough to say, like, okay, if you shot 3, yeah, you made 1. Um, so you're definitely not getting 100% of points right there, right? So like, yeah, if you're taking 80 to 100% from shooting on the inside, right? You're making more points doing that than you are by shooting that many threes and missing, right? Play smart ball. So what you need to be doing is shooting them on your open looks and passing for an easier shot when guarded. So you got somebody on you, boom, let's pass to the inside, right? Um, Now, if you take away the 3-point shots from the team, your field goal percentage as a team is 57.5%. Um, while you actually wanted up, like counting them, the field goal percent was uh, like 43%, like 43.7%, I think was the percentage. So it went up 14.2%. Taking away those. Some guys, yeah, they did actually shoot better in the 3-point area than from close range, um, which is fine. I let the guys who can shoot far away shoot far away. But everybody was shooting threes, right? And whether they should have been or not. Which when you're missing 61.9% of them, you shouldn't be. Uh, but Yeah, which some of the guys from close range, which actually most of the guys from close range, I think like all but like two or three guys from close range were shooting between 80 to 100% from close range. Yeah, one guy was 100%. Like one guy was like 95%. A few guys in the 90s. One was like in the 80s. Um, and then of course the long range shooters they shot worse inside, but that means they're probably trying to force things when they got in close. Um, but what that means is if you didn't force the long range shots and pass to an easier shot from the inside, you would have won by an even larger margin. Smart, high IQ basketball will do more for winning than just throwing the ball up in the air, which is essentially what you're doing when you're shooting 42 3-pointers and only landing 16 of them. Yeah, you're like, okay, yeah, we're just gonna throw the ball up there. Hopefully, we'll get the ball. Well, hopefully, we'll get the rebound. And get to try again or something like that. If I miss, but hopefully it goes in. That's essentially what you're doing. You're not playing smart basketball. So now you know what both sides need to be doing, and of course, I'm still picking the Celtics to win, which why wouldn't you? After now they're 3-0 in this, and as far as this year has gone, right? And They've had two huge blowout wins of those three, against them. Like I said, we know obviously that the Celtics can beat the Mavericks this year because they've basically owned that team. But we don't know, can the Mavericks beat the Celtics? So I'm still gonna keep with my 6 games, 4 games to 2. But I kind of want to change it, with those shellacking right there, right? Maybe they get it, even faster. But I'm still gonna go with that pick. Anyway, like I say, don't be afraid if you think I'm wrong. If you got comments, don't be afraid. There is a comment section, right? Comment. I leave the comment section open so that people can go ahead and respond there. If you got something to say, say it. I'll either respond, in the comments back to you, or, my next video, maybe your comment, makes to my video, right? And I'll respond to it there. But regardless, don't be afraid to speak out. Obviously, I'm not afraid to speak out. I give unpopular opinions all the time when it comes to sports. I give the truth, but, a lot of times truth is unpopular. Anyway, see you guys next time. But with Bud, it's Hot Sports Takes out.